Announcements today in San Jose at Facebook's developer conference when we sit down with KTVU tech expert Ryan Eldridge.
Back now to Facebook and the new things that the social media company announced today at day one of its annual developers conference there in San Jose. KTVU tech expert Ryan Eldridge of Nerds on Call is here. So a lot of focus today, Ryan, on the future of Facebook, what it's going to look like. Tell me some of the big takeaways from day one.
So, Zuck really just kind of laid out his plans for the next decade, and it's really going to be heavily reliant on VR and augmented reality. VR obviously being virtual reality.
Right.
And the idea here is that just before he went on stage, he had an interview with USA Today, and he said, why would anyone buy a television in the next few years when they can buy a television app for only $1? And so what Zuck is ultimately saying is he wants you to live within Facebook now, and he's kind of creating platforms in order to make that happen. So one of the first things he introdued was called Facebook Spaces.
Jesse mentioned that in our earlier report. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's for the Oculus Rift. So one of the big things that Zuck's been investing in over the last few years is Oculus Rift with the VR. And here you can sit around a virtual table or a virtual playground with your friends, and they have little animated avatars like you're seeing on the screen there. And you can create your own avatar to do all kinds of different things, from kind of like you would on the Wii or the Xbox just a few years ago. This opens up a huge opportunity for sponsorships for limited clothing and accessories. As you can see that little watch there. So they're looking at not only revenue streams, but also making it someplace that we want to be. And you can teleport yourself around. You can also draw little pictures and interact with different people with emoticons. And they've actually got an emotion engine in the game or in the virtual reality. Whereas if you use the controllers in a certain way, it'll emote on your face. In fact, if you put your hands over your ears, it'll show a scared icon, like your avatar is scared. So some interesting things that it's allowing you to do and play with your friends in a different way.
Okay, so virtual reality is something obviously that they're focusing on. Then there's this augmented reality. Talk about some of those things today.
So just a few weeks ago, there was that big fight about Facebook and Snapchat, and they've got their new filters on there where you can put a raccoon on your face and have Groot sitting on your shoulder. So they're going to take that to the next level and allow you to do that through video and through live video. And so you'll be able to see large 3D text. You'll be able to put different things in the environment. You'll be able to draw things. But on the next step to that is, for example, you might see a coffee cup and you might see steam coming out of it. Or you might be able to tap a wine bottle and see the vintage of the wine and maybe even a buy now button. So again, another revenue stream for Facebook.
Exactly, and that seems to be something that they're focusing on. What about these new messenger features and more messenger bots? That was also something talked about today.
So bots was released last year at the last FA conference, and it really hasn't taken off at all, unfortunately. But with this new messenger, they're going to put basically a bot store in there, so you can add different bots to your messenger app. And the interesting thing about this is, so let's say you and I are having a conversation, and we say, hey, let's go out to dinner tonight and have some fun and do whatever. It'll start suggesting different things, like, hey, how about delivery.com, or how about you go to this specific place, or you go to this different place, or you and I start talking about Coachella, and it says, hey, here's the Coachella playlist, and Spotify shows up.
I feel like, though, it's like learning a lot about me, almost too much about me.
Facebook knows everything about you. So Facebook tracks not only what you do when you're on Facebook, but also what you do off-site. So if you're on any other platform, and that's why they're also going into Workplace, their new Workplace initiative from Facebook that they're allowing for free, which is sort of Slack's big competitor. And they're going to be in our lives everywhere. So from our work to our play to just about everything.
Okay, some bold ambitions from Mark Zuckerberg today at day one of the Developers Conference. Always a pleasure, Ryan. Thanks so much for talking to us.